Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Kelly, the College Access Advisor from West High.
Hey, and I'm Katie Dixon. I'm the College Access Advisor from Highland High.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda Evans and I am your admissions advisor for Southern Utah University.
We are so fortunate and excited to have Amanda here with us today to talk about Southern Utah University. Amanda is so passionate about SUU and has really every reason to be, and she's about to tell us why. So thank you so much for joining us, and let's just go ahead and get started. So considering all the current circumstances and changes that are happening, what are some important updates, new resources, and deadlines that students, both considering SUU and those who are already set on it, should know about right now?
Yeah, we are constantly trying to put ourselves in our students' shoes and make sure that we are making changes that will benefit you guys and make these times as easy as possible for you and your families. So one of the first things that we changed at SUU was our scholarships. We have extended the deadline to qualify for academic scholarships to SUU to June 1st, meaning students who haven't already applied to SUU, you can still apply now and qualify for those academic scholarships. And we've also made it possible for our academic scholarships to be honored for online classes as well. We also took into consideration that there are still a couple students who may not have made the decision on where they want to go, and that's okay. We actually created a 10-minute virtual tour of our campus that is front and center on SUU's homepage. It's a perfect intro to SUU that can be watched during your study break when you're just tired of taking those online classes. And we also created a button on our homepage that allows students to set up and schedule Zoom video meetings with an admissions advisor like myself, where we can make sure we answer all of your questions that you may have. And then my favorite change is our enrollment fee. So at SUU, we actually create every incoming freshman's first class schedule. This way students are sure to be enrolled in classes that they need in order to graduate. But the order in which our academic advisors create these schedules is based on when students pay their enrollment fee of $100. But we understand that asking someone to pay $100 and commit to plans for the fall semester is a lot right now. And we are now giving students the option to postpone paying the enrollment fee. So this fee just gets added to the tuition that we'll be due in the fall, but still lets us get started on your class schedule. So if you do decide to come to SUU when things settle down, your schedule is already made and ready for you.
Wow, that is so many changes, but they are all so intentional, which is one of the many reasons I love SUU. You guys are a family, the T-Bird family, and you make college so accessible for students. It's really amazing. And part of being accessible is providing resources that make the transition from high school to college less stressful and more intuitive. Can you maybe elaborate on what some of the ways are that SUU really focuses on relieving freshman anxiety and creating a culture of individualized success?
Absolutely. Well, SUU is a commuter campus, so around 80% of our student body is originally from around 3 hours away. So what that means is every person that you meet your first week, first semester, is in the same boat as you. They're nervous, excited, don't really know anybody, just like you. And because of that, we create a very welcoming environment to try to alleviate your stress as much as possible. So we have events all the time, especially the first 2 weeks of class. I also mentioned that students can postpone that enrollment fee. So like I mentioned, your classes are already going to be set up for you. We also have a program called the ACEs. So ACEs are juniors and seniors on campus. They've been around the block, they know what's up at SUU, and they're going to be your big brother, big sister, and ultimately your first best friend in college. They're here to help you prepare with really anything that you guys need before class. What do you pack? What do you bring? Anything like that. And then that'll help you throughout your entire first year, getting to know people, getting comfortable. Your ACE will even walk you to all of your classes before you before classes start, they will walk you to every door. So you know exactly where you're going day one. You won't be lost. They are here to help you. Another common source of college anxiety honestly comes from high school teachers or word of mouth. So everyone has probably been told that your professor won't care if you fail in college, or your professor isn't going to notice if you ditch class. Well, That is not the case at SUU. I have actually ditched class before and gotten a text from my professor asking if I was okay, so you really have nowhere to hide. And you can stop anybody on campus and they will have an experience where a professor just went above and beyond for them. And whether that is in their academic life or their personal life. I've personally sat in a professor's office for over 3 hours while he explained a major chemistry section of the book that I just could not understand. And he wanted to make sure that I got it before the upcoming exam. He literally missed his son's baseball game to help me. So awesome. But I've also had a classmate who mentioned that he didn't have a job and was kind of struggling paying for food. The next day, our professor walked to class carrying groceries and gave that student groceries in class just to make sure that he was doing okay with his personal life as well. I just know how much the professors and the community at SUU just love our students, and they are always there for one another and will always help you with anything you need.
That is so amazing. I love those stories so much. And honestly, I wish that every college would consider doing things the way that SUU does in that frame, because I can only imagine how well students thrive in that kind of a community of being so nurtured and cared about. That's amazing. So along the same lines, though, we know that most students who attend SUU are not from the area, and I know that you mentioned that a little bit earlier as well. So they'll be working on finding housing and acclimating to that community. Can you share with us a little bit about how students find housing and what it looks like to join campus and Cedar City?
Yeah, finding housing for SUU is great because there are so many options that you can find really exactly what housing suits you best. Our freshmen are not required to live on campus, so if you prefer an off-campus apartment or house, they are available. But on campus, we have 3 different styles, and these styles vary in size, style, price, really just to accommodate you. And I would really recommend just visiting SUU's website and looking for our housing. There you can find virtual tours, floor plans, pricing, everything that you need for that decision. And the great thing about Cedar in general is it's just a college town. The students are the focus of the entire town. And as a student, you are treated like royalty. You get 10% off most of the restaurants in town. You also get first dibs on jobs in Cedar City. So these businesses will post job opportunities on student portals before they even try to recruit to the rest of the community. So I mentioned before how much the professors and staff care about you, but that extends to the whole town.
That's awesome. Seeing a town that strives to support their college has the most welcoming feel. And one of the biggest pieces of the college puzzle and coming into that amazing community is figuring out how to pay for your housing, tuition, and all the other expenses that come with it. And I think that that's kind of one of those things that students kind of think about last. You know, they get the application in, they get all this stuff done, and then they're like, how do I pay for this? So you mentioned that there's a lot of businesses that strive to employ students, and that's great. But what are some of the other ways that students can prepare to pay for the cost of going to college at SUU?
Yeah, we have hundreds of scholarships and financial aid opportunities available to you. In fact, compared to all public higher education institutions, we have the 3rd lowest student to debt ratio in the entire Western United States, which is crazy, but that is really because of how many scholarships we offer and because all of our scholarships are stackable. So in addition to our academic scholarships, you can apply for departmental scholarships where you just write about why you've chosen to study what you've chosen to study, which you're probably able to answer pretty easily. We have scholarships for first generation and diversity school students. We also offer housing scholarships, and our housing scholarships will pay for 75% of your housing. There are so many scholarship opportunities available. You just need to look. We even have one that you just tell us what your favorite ice cream flavor is and why. So definitely look for these. Like I said, all of these stack, and if you are receiving more financial aid than the cost of tuition, then we won't even cut you off. We will write you a check and send it in the mail, signed by SUU every semester, and you can say that you got paid to go to school.
You make it so easy to love SUU and make it so easy for me to wish that I went to SUU. So
Yeah.
I love all the support, though, the emotional, mental, financial, and social support that SUU has. It really checks all of the boxes. So Amanda, thank you so much. This has been an incredible opportunity for us to talk about SUU, but honestly, even more important for our students to hear it directly from you, the source. So Thank you again. And students who are watching this, we have included any links that Amanda mentioned in the description of the video. So please check those out, and always feel free to reach out if you have any questions for any of us.
Awesome. Advise you later.